So, Anna, one word about the French crowd and the way you are playing when you're in France. Do you know if people in France usually know your music and understand your blues?
But they definitely get the groove, they are very musical. If you ask them to sing something, they sing back perfectly. They're very musical, they love to dance, and they're very, very supportive audience. We love playing France.
Concerning the lyrics, which is the message you would like to send with your music?
Oh, all kinds of messages. Every record is different. I did some political records in the past. On Trilogy, there's 23 new tracks over 3 different volumes, so funk and soul volume, lyrics that fit that particular genre. Then it's a rock and blues CD, the lyrics that fit that particular genre, and of course the jazz CD. So I write in a matter of how I want to hear the music, and of course in order to fit the musical style, But everything from friendships to one-night stands to love songs to songs about the time, environmental song, political songs that feature women, strong and powerful women. There's all kinds of different subjects.
So I've seen that your drummer is French, your bass player is Dutch, and
Yes.
and the keyboard is Italian. That means that European people, they can play the American blues.
Yeah, they can, and my blues is very modern, and it's a European blues. I'm European, and I love that, part, and I insist on that part, especially in America. Here, we're all European, but I moved to America, and I live in Los Angeles now, so I insist that it's ANA POPOVIC blues. It's not a typical American blues. I'm not born in Delta. I was not born in Chicago. I was not born, in Texas. But I have an excuse to do a little bit of every style in my own way. So on every record, it's a different touch. I do like to go very deep. I do like to go to Delta stuff. I do like to go to Chicago stuff. And because I am born in Eastern Europe, they don't expect me to exactly do that. And it's a lot of freedom, so you can bring your own sound. And the bottom line is that I think that the people need to bring their own sound and not try to copy anybody, So whatever that is, especially I like to inspire people coming from Europe that you can still bring a new thing to the table.
One word about the album Trilogy. How did the idea came to you, and was it a big deal for you to sing jazz? And did you have to change the way of singing and of playing, of course?
Yes, very much, yes. I met up with Delphia Marsalis, who is incredible legacy on that whole family in New Orleans and in the world of jazz. And we talked. I said, what? I want you to take a new approach. Don't think about what I'm doing regularly. I want to sound jazzy. So let's work on that. And I have I love that sound of. There's a lot of blues in old school jazz that I really admire. So we did, he pushed me to totally change the way I sang. We got rid of all the blues stuff, all the blues things you would just sing and just sing clear and cut the words, and I loved it because it somewhere comes naturally to me. It's just I needed to know how to, and it's been a wonderful experience. And also, we got his crew. Incredible jazz people, Herlin Riley, which is a jazz legend on drums, and Bernard Purdy, of course, the most recorded drummer in the history, and then Delphia and his crew, and I brought my songs, and I've been writing some jazz stuff in the past, but this is it was so fast. We had a rehearsal in Delphia's wonderful house in New Orleans, and these guys came up with so many incredible arrangements for my songs in 15 minutes time. They say, well, okay, we can do the double time swing, or we can do it this way. And I was like, you gotta stop. I can't choose, it's too good. Everything is just perfect, whatever they pick is too good.
Being called the female Jimi Hendrix or one of the greatest female guitar player by Bruce Springsteen. It's just an amazing tribute to what you've done so far.
It is. It's amazing. I mean, female Jimi Hendrix, I don't know about that because there's only one Jimi, for sure. There is no such thing. But it's wonderful that people see a little bit of my energy, of his energy in me, I hope, because I've been really inspired for years by the energy that his trio was putting out with just 3 people. And I was very, fortunate to be called by the family of Hendrix to do the Experience Hendrix tour in America, alongside Buddy Guy, Kenny Wayne Shepherd, Johnny Lang, Dweezil Zappa, Eric Johnson. I was the only female artist playing Jimmy's stuff, and so it's wonderful that they recognize a little bit of that energy. And Springsteen is, of course, he's really amazing, and I'm just now reading his biography, and I'm just amazed how far he got and how much he worked at it and just didn't give up. I love that. You shouldn't give up, and it's very inspiring. Yeah.
Born to run, yeah.
Yes.
And finally, Anna, is there any dreams still to come, and maybe any musicians you'd like to play with, any scenes around the world you would like to play on?
Oh, there's so many things. I think for me it's really important that my own progress is really important. So in the first place, I think there can always be a better song, can always be a better guitar solo, better vocal performance. So I really put a lot of emphasis on what's next, okay? And I'm so happy that I still have ideas, I just came up with 23 new tracks of Trilogy, and for a moment I thought, I don't know where to go next. And slowly I got a lot of new songs, So I don't really like to repeat myself. So it's got to be a different style. But obviously you're doing the blues circuit, so it cannot be too different, right? But I want to bring out the new side of me every time, and I think there is still more to search. But if you want to search a new side, you need to work at it, You just can't, like when I was doing the jazz record, I changed the guitar, took a Gibson for the first time, work on those chops, work on my vocals. You can't just, okay, let me just do this now and just do it, There's a lot of work into it. So for me, it's like my own, hopefully getting better myself first, before I expect that from other people around me.
Thank you very much, Anna.
Thank you.
Thank you.